to another live. I hope you're all well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you have enjoyed the most part of your weekend. Obviously, Friday, Saturday. Today is a Sunday, and yeah, guys, I think it's always good to kind of get on here and to just speak about um relevant things, or things that may be relevant or could be relevant to you. Um, yeah, I just wanted to, as I said, just jump on, speak to you guys real quick. Um, and whilst I'm here, I think it will be good to note as well that um, basically, yeah, if you haven't used the super chat function, make sure to use the super chat function. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk about, I just wanted to talk about certain obstacles, challenges that you might be going through. Look, um, a lot of it is primitive. So yeah, try not to lament over these things. Try push forward as much as you can, as much as possible. Because a lot of these things are primitive. If you feel like you're experiencing something, new, that that you haven't got much of a understanding of, then it's always good to um I would say individually to reminisce on your your past lives, so to speak. So to reminisce on these type of things, you know, um, or just to like reminisce on, your whatever you've had going on in the past. But yeah, I just wanted to say, as I say, jump on real quick and speak to you guys, see how you're doing. And yeah, the super chat is really, um, is really missing a few people. So if you guys can add to the super chat, please do not hesitate. Add to the super chat, because it will be much appreciated. Um, but yeah, guys, before you joined, I was just talking about managing stuff that you are quite new to. You know, um, for the most part, a lot of people have a support system. A lot of people have people that they can rely on, their family, which is key, very, very important. And I think it is always good to, to recollect your idea of family, not in relation to your blood relatives, because your blood relatives are your family at the end of the day. Um, but to recollect what you consider as family, because you have extended family, you have people that are aware of your presence, and it's important to recollect these things, you know um especially when you look at your background. You look at the color of your skin. It's good to hone in on the your heritage, to hone in on where it is that you come from, you know, down to the soil, is very, very important. Again, thank you for the people that have joined in. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I think it's very, very important to just hone in on these things, because it gives you a better understanding of what you can, you know, what you can consider as your family, your brothers, your sisters, etc. You have the term friend. To me, I always thought of that word as, for some time now, I thought of friend as, something quite, again, fleeting. You have FRI and then END, and Friday, for example, is the last day of the week. You know, um, so you always have that question: is a friend something that lasts? And sometimes you ponder over these things. I think it's very, very important to know who you're vulnerable to, because that enables you to embrace people the way in which you should embrace them. It enables you to unlock chains, metaphoric chains and gates, to allow people into your life and to build trust around certain things. Hello, hello, hello. Hi there. Thank you for joining. But it allows you to build trust around certain things. I think I believe, and that that is important, because the moment you're able to build that type of trust, or let's say bond with a person or people, everything new that comes into your life, whether it be things that you can't touch, things that you can't see, whatever new comes into your life, you know that you can trust that person if they've decided to give into you, into what it is you have to offer. Hi, Steve. How you doing? And so I think it's just very, very important, to hone in on these things. I wanted to jump on the live, because I know how, you know, days like this can get when you're kind of just on your phone, you're kind of just scrolling, and sometimes it's just that you kind of want to listen to another person speak, instead of the person that's doing the speaking. So yeah, if you enjoy the conversation, of course, or the sorry, if you enjoyed the live, then of course stay on, contribute on the super chats where you can. Ronnie, thank you very much for letting me know that. West Bart, hello, hello, how you doing? And so yeah, I guess it's just very, very, it's just very, very important to be able to, you know, um, to give in to, you know, let's just say certain uh, certain things, you know, is important to give in sometimes. Um, but again, you have to. It's all about, because people automatically take caution. They take caution, or they take a certain type of, defense. And I think that that is natural. You're protecting yourself, you're protecting who you are. And that is very, very important. So it's hard. I believe it's possible to make a finite decision on certain things in life. It is hard, very, very hard, but I believe it to be possible to make these type of decisions. And I guess sometimes it's just quite important to, um, to kind of, just think and think ahead. It's is quite quite important. Caro, Muspa Amit Caro. No problem. Yeah, that's fine. Can she off? But yeah, I just think it is quite important to um, to think of these things. You know, and just to add, it's it is important to also, when you come into, let's just say, let's just say uh, a hard situation or conversation. I think it's also important um, to also, you know, to reflect your best self, because that tends to get you out of the negative situation that you might be in. So try and reflect your best self in the situation, and and disperse that energy and direct that energy to the person that you might be speaking with, or having, a conversation with, or an argument with. You want to disperse that positive energy that you have and direct that at that person, so that they can instinctively react, and and move on from the situation, because nobody enjoys a negative a negative confrontation or argument or anything like that. Everybody seeks happiness, seeks peace, and that is something that's definitely achievable. So I think that is it's very, very important to understand these type of things, because you know, for most of the time, it's an overall benefactor. It's for the overall good of your life, their life, etc. So yeah, I think it's just very important to be able to understand that, and to, to work towards that type of energy. You want a positive energy, instead of letting yourself, or handing yourself over to something that doesn't quite reflect Christ, that doesn't quite reflect, your bosom, and how it is that you intend to be. It's very important to be a good person, and to seek peace, in situations, because a peaceful life leads to a life where you can reflect on your past without prejudice, you know without feeling a sense of guilt. And so it's important to try and lead your life in a certain type of way. But that's kind of just what I think. And yeah, that's my kind of take on that type of situation. Hi, how you doing? Again, guys, if you haven't done so, feel free to contribute. Feel free to contribute in the super chat. Again, it will be very much appreciated. Sizzling Kuri, I will I will definitely try and support you as much as possible. So I will try and subscribe to your channel. What type of content do you do? Feel free to let me know in the comment section. Feel free to let me know there. Place of Fairy Gaming Zone. Okay, that is amazing. So is it a gaming channel, or is it like is that like the concept of your channel? Is it gaming? Because I actually used to do gaming on my channel as well. I do still. I still do. Well, I've done about, I think, 2 gaming videos, but that's about it. Guys, feel free to comment in the comment section. Feel free to comment in the comment section, and to super chat as well if you can. Feel free to super chat. whatever you can super chat, it will be massively appreciated. So whatever you can add, it will be massive. Unfortunately, I can't play music in the background, because if I'm to play music in the background, what happens is that it gets copyrighted, or the strike gets put on the video, and that causes some technical issues. But yeah, guys, for the most part, it might seem, I think people, some people don't appreciate the, it's not even about appreciating it, but again, when it depends on the territories that you're in. For example, you're in a certain type of territory, and um, it's it's just important. You're counting down the days to a day that, in a lot of people's mind, is very, very significant. You've got Christmas Day. You've got New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And it's just very, very important to factor this, factor it into your, for some people, you don't have to, you don't have to, but, remember that you have got these days coming up, you know, in the year. So it's just good to factor that in as well. You know, for you, and for whoever it is that or the people that you care about. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live. I very, very much appreciate. I very, very much appreciate it. But yeah, guys, again, behavior as well um, is key. I think that's something that's spoken about a lot. You know, your behavior and the type of behaviors that you take on is very, very, very important to take on good behaviors. In this world, you know, you have substances such as, water, You know, the higher you get in a mountain, you can touch clouds. And, you know, us humans, we are embodiments of, you know, of Earth. And so, you know, you want to reflect over these things. You want to reflect over these things. Hello, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, I'm doing amazing. And so, yeah, it's completely at your, you know, um, at your mercy to um, to give in to these things. Again, thank you guys for joining in on the live. Thank you for joining in. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, say, speak about all of these things, you know, um, that in the mind, you know, it might just be, you know, it's just is very very like it's just very very important to, you know, to train your mind as well, to train your mind, you know. And again, we can speak about behaviors, you know, because it again is very very important, as I say, to adopt and to take on the um right the right type of behaviors, you know. Is very very is very very important, you know, to take on the right level, right type of behaviors, because this opens up for, you know, a lot of um well, you know, it there's a lot of variables. There's variables to life, but you know, you adopt the right behaviors, and the majority vote is that you'll find you know, you'll find what is you're looking for. You know, that's how it is for a lot of people. And so yeah, it's just important to um, you know, to think of these things and to take these things into account, you know, whatever it is you're getting up to. If it is that you're commuting, you know, if it is that you're getting ready to go out somewhere, you know, you can just try and take these things into account. Yeah, behaviors, guys. Adopt the right behaviors. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for joining in the live. Appreciate it, guys. Hello, 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 welcome. Okay, I'm coming back, guys. I'm just gonna go and get some water. I'll be back. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining.